Zentangle is a meditative art form that is a relaxing method of creating abstract art using structured patterns. It teaches and focuses on being mindful and present. Zentangle requires no artistic skills. Welcome to 31 Days of Zen, the October project, Luminous Lotus. I am Sandhya Manne. I'm an artist and a certified Zentangle teacher. In this channel, we talk about creating and practicing Zentangle, my own Zentangle inspired artworks and collectibles. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so you do not miss out on any videos that I post here throughout this month of October. So today is day 5 of our Luminous Lotus October project, and we are working with string number 5 from the Luminous Lotus string template PDF. To get your own PDF template, log on to www.sandhyamanne.podia.com/luminouslotus. I am working with a regular white brown Zendala tile and using black, brown and white pens and some watercolors for this project. So go grab your supplies and let's get started. On to tangling now. Okay, so here we are, day number 5, and this is our string. You can get the strings from the Luminous Lotus PDF template. To receive your template, log on to www.sandhyamanne.podia.com/luminouslotus, and when you sign up, you receive this PDF. It has 31 lotus strings which can be reused, and today we are going to work with this one here. So for this session we will need 01 black Micron, 08 black Micron, 01 brown. For adding the darks, you can use a 05 pencil, stub. I am keeping this white charcoal. I show up every day, but I'm not really using it. We'll see. Somehow I feel it's kind of lightening the effect, but we might use it someday, so just keep it there. Okay, and this is our jelly roll 10, and we will use 2 brushes and watercolors. So make sure you have your watercolors ready. These are my watercolors here, and of course a paper cloth or cloth rack and water. Apart from that, I also have this eraser pencil to clean up and this dust-free eraser also to clean up. Okay, so these are our basic supplies. Now let's get started. So we start with cleaning up. I like to kind of just roll over my dust-free eraser to lighten those pencil lines. It just makes it more easier when working with a pen. Otherwise these lines can be too sharp and disturbing. So when we trace, it's difficult to keep the lines light, so it can get a little dark, and it's fine. So that's why we do this way. So you see how the lines have lightened up. This is perfect. So let's go ahead and let's do this. Okay, so first thing first, I am going to use my 01 black Micron to actually ink the flower. So let's go around doing that. Okay, this way we can also kind of even out your pencil lines. Okay, so I am going to use this eraser pencil to kind of clean up all those extra lines because I don't want them to show up under my watercolors. Okay, so we're good to go. Okay, so now we're gonna check out our paints for this, the color for this lotus. So let's see. So I want to try this really beautiful rose. This really beautiful rose color. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so what we did probably on day 3 was this, which was crimson, which has this little reddish touch to this, while this is rose, which has this real beautiful pink touch to this. And this was our first day's color, which is more like a purplish color. So it's fine. I'm gonna go with this. Let me put this aside. And so, like always, we are going to work with 2 brushes, one just for the water, the other one for the paint. So I'm going to use this. Okay, let's see what's a good way to. Okay, yeah, now you can see this. So I'm going to use my water, and I am actually dabbing it in a piece of cloth. Any extra water, I like to keep that so I don't make a puddle here. I like to kind of take off the excess water. Yeah, I'm also going to do it here, and let's see how that goes. Okay, so I'm taking out the rose. Okay, so I'm going to start from here, spreading out on the other side, which is fine. Okay, making it dark right at the end there, and then the tips, I want them to be slightly lighter. Okay, I'm going to do these 2 tiny ones, and then maybe wait for a little bit for these 2 to settle down, so then we can start adding the other petals. So give it a minute. Okay, so I'm going to give it a couple of seconds because these 2 are still dry. And then once I come back, I think I'm going to work on these 3 together. Let's see how that goes. Okay, so this is dry. I'm going to work on these 3 here. I'm actually adding the water on all 3 petals here. gonna work a little faster. So let's see how that goes. So, ta-da, ta-da. Okay, so now let's take the paint. Okay, so I go right there. Too much water. Okay, so now let's do the other side. Okay, so I'm gonna wait for all of this to dry so we can add this last bit and then we can start with our pen work. Okay, so let's finish this last part and then we can get on to our pen work. Okay, so let's wait for this to dry and then we can start with our pen work. Okay, so we are going to start with our white jelly roll pen, and we're going to work on the flower. So before we get started, I want to go ahead and add the aura line for all the petals. Stay as close to the black line as possible. Okay. So now here we're going to do this tangle called Knees. So it's a beautiful filler tangle which we're going to use to fill this section up. So we start with circles, and I am going to do this tangle for the entire lotus. Okay, and there we go in and make this triangle shape and add a circle in there. So you can make the triangles with straight line or curved line like I'm doing. Either of that is fine, but make sure you kind of pick one and stick to that. Okay, so that is my knee. So I'm going to go around doing this in each of my petals. Okay, so make sure you use your tile to kind of activate your pen. So I like to make my circles slightly bigger because that way I'll have enough space to add the inner details. Okay, do this all done. Okay, so now I'm gonna ink this circle with my black 01 micron, and then we're gonna work along that. Okay, so I'm going to make another aura right inside. Okay, so now here I am just going to pull out lines. So now with my pencil, I'm just going to make a border around this. Okay, so I'm kind of going to go along this width. Okay, and let's see how that comes out. So just eyeballing here. Okay, I think this looks good. So I'm going to ink this again with my black pen. Okay, so I'm going to go in and add another order line. Okay, now here we're going to do this tangle called Braze. Okay, so it goes like this. We start with a V shape. Okay, so we then aura this, leave a bit of a space, and then do this again, leave a bit of a space, and do this again. So we continue this all around. It's a lovely border tangle. Okay, so now I'm going to use my thicker tip pen, and we are going to ink alternate sections. Okay, so I'm going to start from here. go this way. Okay, ta-da. Okay, so now here I am going to pull out two tangles, sorry, one tangle. So we are now going to shift to the brown pen. Okay, so I'm going to do this tangle called Inaflux. So go ahead, start with a stem, add a nice pod, sorry, a petal shape, and then you add more petal shapes like that, and then you round it up in. Okay. And I do the same thing here. So here I'm going to pull out some Maria's Flux that we did the other day. Okay, and then here I am gonna pull out some the Tangle Rixty. So it kind of starts from here. Make this triangle shape like this. And I like to pull out two of these like this. It's a great filler tangle. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing here. Okay, so I'm just going to pull out one more here. Same thing here, this way. Okay, so here I am going to start adding Purk shape, basically circles stacked one behind another. Okay, so I do the same thing on this side as well. Okay, so I'm adding up the solid brown in the gaps. Okay, now so we have this section here. I am going to add printums. Printums and triple is kind of my go-to tangles. Okay, so don't be surprised if you see me use this everywhere. Okay, here again, I'm going to start off with circles. Okay, I'll do that on this one as well. Okay, and I'm going to fill this entire space with triples. Ta-da! It's all done. Now let's get to shading. Okay, I seem to have not recorded this, but I've used white charcoal just on one side of the petals. Okay, and then I did go around with my 08 Micron and kind of just defined those outlines of the lotus a little bit more. So when I did the white, I didn't really go overboard. It's very light. You see, it's just a little bit on each side like that. So that is all we're going to do. So here, this is all done. Let's journal this. Okay, I'm going to use my one and put my initials there, and let's journal this. So this is what I've been doing it with brown pen. Let's do that with a brown pen. This is day 5, and it is 10th of October 2025, and this is Luminous Lotus. So we started off with Keenees, and then we did Braze, the border, and then we did Inaflux, and then Maria's Flux, and then we did Rixty and some Purk. Okay, so these were our tangles for the style, and here it is. Ta-da, all done. Hope you had fun on this project with me. I would love to see your creations. So head on to our Facebook group Zendies, where all the after party fun happens. Share your creations there and check out the works by other Zendies. If you're sharing your works on social media, then please do tag me at Sandhya Manne and hashtag Luminous Lotus. So I will see your works there, and I do stop by to comment. A quick note, these projects and these videos are for your personal use, and no part of this can be used for any kind of commercial purposes. To understand the Zentangle method and to get started on your own Zentangle journey, check out my website www.sandhyamannestudio.com for classes, courses, and workshops. If you're just getting started, I highly recommend start with my beginner's workshop, which is called the Fundamentals of Zentangle. Okay, so now it's time to comment. Please comment and let me know how you enjoyed this project, because that really helps me plan out my next set of videos. Also, it's time to show some love, so hit that like button, share the video, and subscribe to the channel. To join this fun project, log on to www.sandhyamannestudio.podia.com/LuminousLotus and sign up to receive your own Luminous Lotus string template PDF. So I will see you tomorrow, which is day 6, with another set of project. Until then, remember to breathe and smile. See ya. Namaste.